help us remain present, and just help us deny ourselves where we need to. Let your spirit dwell. Let everyone feel it, Father God. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Whew. All right, man, we here. I'm so scared right now. Just for the record, for anybody listening,
Man,
I'm terrified.
You good, man. You good.
It's part 2, man. This is a part 2. You were here last season. I'm so happy to have you, Dev. I don't even got to introduce you. They know who you are.
Yeah, they know.
All right, and if you don't, you're going to. Trust me. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I feel good. I feel good, brother.
You feel good, huh?
Yeah. How you feeling?
That smile, I don't know, man.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm in a good space. Seriously, I'm in a good space. I prepare for this. Mm-hmm. Seriously, I prepare for this. I've cleaned my palate for you, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm available. So, all things considered, mentally, I'm on a 10. To be honest, spiritually, I'm on a 10. Physically, I'm getting there. I'm getting back in the gym. So, I'm good, bro. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we back. I'm happy that you decided to come back to bless the podcast again.
Oh, yeah.
You know, last season we went viral. I'm saying 130K.
It was a little more than that, too.
All right.
It was a little more than that, too.
Let them know.
You know, but on the gram, yeah.
Go crazy.
Yeah, it was.
That means something, though, right?
No, for
that
sure.
means that when we come together, that something's happening. Mm-hmm. We're here for a reason. Right? We have a bigger purpose. We have an assignment, really, right? To bring whatever it is that we put on this table to the masses for good purpose, for good reasoning. Mm-hmm. And so I know that and I trust that you're here for that. You're here for everybody in mind that's listening, that's watching, to impact them, not just for the clout, not just for the blow up, not just for the 130K plus, not just for any of that. You're here for a purpose, for your purpose, and to help me aid mine. So I'm thankful and I'm indebted for that, and just in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I want to kick it off. Why are we here? What's in your heart? Where we gonna start at, man?
I gotta address the viral stuff right quick. You know,
that's where we starting.
No,
okay.
I just glad that we really did go viral for like the right reason. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like conversation starters. I'm big on that. You know what I'm saying? And like that one right there, it was big. It was heavy. It was needed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to go into that, like just from that whole episode, a lot changed. Like a lot changed in my life. I'm back in church, you feel me? Wow. I was like way out of church last time.
God.
You feel me? So,
glad to hear that.
But like I'm back in church. I'm trying this little journey where like I visit other churches, just so I won't get comfortable and content like last time. Just being in the same church that you grew up in your whole life. You feel what I'm saying? But it's been dope. I've been receiving a lot, hearing a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's also not a journey I'm taking on by myself too. So
that's good.
It's pretty good to have like a brother in Christ with me too as well. Okay. As we take that journey on, and then also as far as old people, I ain't gonna lie, old people still do get on my nerves a little bit. You feel me? But
keep it a buck.
I'm working on it though, because like I really start to recognize like a lot of this stuff is really not their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot blame people from the experiences that they got in their life. Mm-hmm. What people experience is going to make them who they are. Yeah. Just like me.
Right.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. Just like me. I just feel like everybody got to all be on that same understanding for us to be able to exist in this world together. Because we all got different backgrounds. You feel me? And we gotta like be in the same space. We got to work together. Like even if you don't want to work with a certain person, whether it be because of their race, whether it be because of you just don't like them for whatever your own reason is, we all benefit off each other existing. Yeah. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, though. Yeah. And that's the real problem with the world, the negative problems. You feel me? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's dial back. First of all, I'm happy to hear that you're back in church.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's a good thing. It's a great thing. And that you're not doing it alone. 2 is better than 1. If you fall, you need somebody to pick you up. So that's great. But to go to the viral thing, it's funny. Because your position in the past, you know, that's where you were at. I should play the clip on the podcast right now, but that's where you were at back then, right? Yeah. And to hear you have that awareness now, I mean, you really just kind of unpacked being a product of your environment, as we all are. When you usually hear you're a product of your environment, though, you hear that in a negative sense. It has a negative connotation over it because usually we're talking about people who come from nothing, who are from the slums, who from the ghetto, from the hood. You know, they just grew up and it was hard,
Yeah.
right? A product of their environment. And also to add to that, usually those are the people that are in jail, they're dead, or they're just homeless maybe, I don't know. But when you hear product of the environment, that's what you usually think of. But I want to flip that and think about it in a general sense that we're all literally products of where we come from. And I go back to what I was just saying about being available for you. In the same way, how available are we in our environments that we're consuming everything that we're experiencing to the point that we're becoming who we're becoming? And how aware are we of that, right? So to your point about the older people, the older generation, ignorance is bliss. I said that last year. Ignorance truly is bliss. And it's something that you don't see presently, usually, because you're just in it. You're so engulfed in it. You don't know how it's affecting you. You don't know what it looks like from the outside looking in. And for the most part, people who are dwelling in their ignorance are usually alone. So they don't have that other person pulling them, which is why two is better than one. If you're alone, you're going to go alone. People are going to let you be alone. And if they're letting you be alone, you're not in the right environment. You need somebody next to you. You need somebody around you. You need somebody in your ear telling you, hey, man, listen, I see this in you, and I see what this is doing to you. Let's talk about this. Let's unpack this. Let's see what can shift in this area because this is affecting you over here, right? So I'm kind of on the side. I'm 50-50 on it, right? Like we got a lot of fire for that for that clip because a lot of people just watched that clip and didn't really see the episode. It was a really fruitful episode. We were talking about a very, very deep issue, really a bigger issue, right? The older generation not getting behind the younger generation because they don't understand. And that's to say that they think that they have a better way. And if they do, why aren't they telling us? So we can really unpack it now, really, because that's where we were at. We didn't even unpack it last year.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So we can unpack that because you have people who are in the older generation. They see young boys, young girls, right, on Instagram, out and about. This is a completely different generation than it was 40, 50, 60 years ago, right? We're able to do more things. We have so much more at our hands and at our disposal that it could make somebody in the older generation jealous because they didn't have this same thing.
Yep.
Right? Now, they usually have pride and they won't say or admit that, which is nothing wrong with it. But in the same breath, I would even go as far as to say, us being on the younger side, some of us may not have the experience to voice that contextually and with the right language to basically take the older person's position in that, right? Like we're not used to having that relationship with, oh, they didn't have anything, like how you were last year. You was like, why can't they get behind us? But it's like somebody could ask you, well, how can they get behind us if we're not letting them? So are we aware enough in the sense where we can invite them in to even hear what they have to say? Or are we just like, man, listen, we have a better way. We're in a better position. Just watch us. Stop being bitter. Stop being a hater, right? Lack of a better word. Yeah. Like, what side of the spectrum are we on when we're talking about this?
I think it's hard to understand. I mean, I think it's hard to listen to people who already don't understand you, though. Like, they come in, they sound ignorant, like, when they come in with certain things. So, for example, like, with my team, we doing a lot of mentoring. We've been doing a lot of mentoring this whole year. And the thing is, I'm seeing, like, it can make older people just not even pay attention to or even want to be involved in the midst of it. So I don't know if you see the kids now, they do this little shadow boxing thing. Yeah. Like if you go this way, you got to do all that little, Yep. So many older people would just like, y'all little stupid gang, they can be doing anything else. Listen to the word of it. It's called shadow boxing. Yeah. They can really be shadow boxing. But instead they just doing this little, you know what I'm saying? So instead of me just being on the outside, like looking at it like, man, this is dumb, da-da-da, I actually get involved. And I'm like, show me how to do it. And I just, I let them get me every time. They do all the little, I look every way they do, and I just fall every time. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we so against going into their world. But y'all want people to go into y'all world. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all want people to understand that you older and you can't go to the store. Can you go to the store for me? Can you, all these questions and things you want them to understand, but that's your world. You grew up more into church, if we want to take it there again, but like they came up in church for real, you know what I'm saying? So the older people is different, you know what I'm saying? And y'all gotta have that type of understanding. But then again, I agree, younger people, we do gotta listen, but it's kind of hard to open your ears when you don't know what to fully open your ears to. And when I look at these younger guys, bro, all the ones that's making the wrong decisions all got big brothers that they following. So you really don't know what to open your ears to. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make it impressionable. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come in trying to talk at them. They parents do that. The teachers do that. That's going to shut it right down.
Yeah.
So I try to mentor in a way where they think we friends, but we not like, but they know we not friends in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Boundary. Yeah.
Like, so it's like a line that they know. But of course they young. They going to see how far they can cross that line. So I'm steady correcting them time after time. But that's the things we got to go through to be able to help these young people. I just feel like, man, if we not helping the young people, what are we actually doing, bro? They are the future.
Yeah.
Your time is up. It's okay. That don't mean sit down and don't do nothing. I'm saying that means take into account what have I learned that this young guy or this young girl might not know. And how can I teach it to them? Because you can't just teach it on a book all the time. You can't just teach it on talking to them all the time. Sometimes you got to do it leading by example. And sometimes they got to match what you doing. So I'm really fed up with a lot of the older people, like, they don't want you doing certain stuff, but they still doing it. Like, let's be honest. Let's be 100 and open right now.
Okay. Keep it a buck with me.
You in a committed relationship, so am I. I know you got older uncles that look you dead in your face and say, man, you too young to be committed to one person right now.
Okay.
Let's be honest, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's the facts of the situation, right?
Yeah.
But we also see these same older uncles that's depressed, sad, confused, lost, looking for love, chasing after women. Like, bro, you 50 trying to like, come on, bro. 50 sleeping with different women every night. That's whack, bro.
Yeah.
That's whack.
Yeah.
And then not only is it whack, it's whack that you want me to be like that since you still like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense, bro. So,
well, it's because they create their own standard.
right.
And their standard is law. That's what we see in our families, right? Their standard is law. You become so impressionable at a young age that you grow up in your family, and this goes into the conversation of generational curses and basically carrying the formalities and the behaviors of your family without you even knowing it, right? You can grow up thinking that it's cool to have a bunch of women, or vice versa, for a woman to have a bunch of guys. You can think it's cool in terms of you've seen it your entire life. Your auntie or your uncle is telling you, like, yeah, man, like, why are you settling down? Like, this person she might cheat on you, man. Why you with her? You know you're not gonna last forever. Like, saying stuff like that as if to say that it's a fact, as if they know that that's the outcome, right? But it's because they haven't experienced it, or maybe they did truly experience it and they're scarred. It's along the same lines of church hurt, right? What we were talking about last season. You have this bad experience or experiences, and it's really just because you didn't have the example. You didn't have the correct standard, in front of you, right? And so how much does it take for somebody to, or not even how much does it take, but how much bandwidth does somebody have to give people chances, right? Like, how many more times can I sit here and listen to my uncle tell me, like, that's not gonna happen, that's not gonna be a good thing for you, and me just kind of take it and me kind of accept it for what it is before I say, listen, uncle, you're wrong, and here's why. Here's why I'm where I'm at and why you where you're at. I'm not trying to compare, but you put me in this position. How much more do I have to take for me to get to that point? Because now we're talking about grace. We're talking about pride. Yeah. Am I prideful enough to be like, uncle, you're wrong, and standing where I'm at, but also hurt him in the midst of it? Or do I have grace enough to know that, he's never probably going to understand. So therefore, I need to just probably pray for him and just be the example. Let him see that it's going to work out. Because at the end of the day, I can't control what people say or think about me, right? We burden ourselves with what everybody has to say, especially our family. Like, families, let's go here, man.
You said it. Why do you think families are the first ones to hurt you? You said it last time.
I did. Full circle. Because check it out. Families they're supposed to. They're supposed to bring you up in the confines of what should be a healthy environment, right? Your family should be the ones that you go to nourish you, to teach you, to lead you in life. Most of the time, or I don't want to say most of the time, but in most cases, essentially, I want to say in our community, let's just use our community example, that doesn't happen. Most of the time, we don't have that many role models in our life. Most of the time, we have to lean on each other, right? As brothers, right? We have to lean on each other to like, yeah, man, I just experienced this. Oh, I experienced that too, bro. How can we change this? Because our family not doing it. Most of the time, we have to lean on each other for that type of advice, that wisdom, that knowledge, right? Because our families are so used to the things that they're used to. Now, it doesn't make it better if you're the youngest in the family, right? It doesn't make it better because now, like I said this before, bro, my family, when I was born, my sister was born, My mom was 36 when she had me. My dad was 38. Okay? They had 4 kids before they had me. They already raised them. They already in high school, middle school. You think they want to raise 2 more when they weren't even prepared for it? They weren't even ready. Like, they didn't even know they were having me and my sister. So what makes you think that? And I won't even expect somebody in that position to be like, wow, we got twins. Now we got to take care of these 2 babies. No, y'all got it. My brothers and sisters, they nourished me. They raised me. Yeah, I learned something from my mom and my dad. And they were always there. They're still together. God bless them. I love them. And I learned a lot from them. But I was always by myself. That's why I'm so individual right now. That's why they don't understand me right now, because they didn't really spend much time with me growing up, right? Now, is it their fault? I don't blame them. Do I have awareness to know why it happened? Absolutely. I still love them. I have grace for them. I pray for them. I know that they mean the best, and they always will. But again, I can't control what they understand, what they choose to understand, what they accept, and what they choose not to. I can't control that.
That's a level of peace I'm not at yet.
It's okay.
Just because I feel like that's not holding people accountable too.
Well, okay. Let me get there, because you're right. I can agree with passivity, right? That's seeming passive. But granted, you could say, yeah, man, well, you're being passive. But I could say, well, at the expense of what am I not? In a sense where what if I'm not being passive? Obviously, I'm not saying like, yo, listen, you don't understand me. I need you here. But what if that's at the expense of my peace? What if that's at the expense of my discernment? What if that's at the expense of just me going along in my life? And again, being the example. Everybody does not deserve my word, right? I don't waste my energy on people who won't receive what I'm saying. There's gonna come a time where you're gonna constantly tell your brother, your mother, your father, whatever, the same thing over and over and over and over again, and they're going to continue repeating the same behaviors, and you're going to be left in a position where, man, I'm trying my hardest. Yeah. But at what expense? You're losing sleep. You're losing energy. You're losing time. So is it being passive and not holding them accountable if you're not saying anything and you're just going about your life knowing why it's happening, but then again, you're not really going to say much? Or is it just being logical? Is it being discerning? And is it being graceful? Right? That's all I'm saying.
No, you own it. Listen, that's a fire like angle. You know what I'm saying? That's a fire like way to go about, you know what I'm saying, situations like that. I just feel like it's a lot harder if you still have to coexist with these people. If you still live with these people, it's different. If you still got to see these people often, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So I think in that way, that's like moving out world, like on your own type time. You know what I'm saying? But if you still got to see these people, it's a lot harder because it keeps reinventing itself. It keeps showing up in so many different ways where it's like I'm forced to hold you accountable. Like I don't have no other choice. You feel what I'm saying? You call me. You like, you feel me? I got to see you. You feel what I'm saying? Especially as you get older and you start having kids. That one right there is the one where it's like, I haven't had that experience yet, but I just can imagine me having kids and me having to do a lot of correcting with my family. And I just feel like I might as well hold people accountable now, because what you're not going to do is put my kids through what you put me through. Okay. So all of the different experiences I had to deal with y'all, they won't even be around y'all to deal with if I got to keep doing this. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just feel like that's what I mean by we got to take that extra mile to protect our youth. You know what I'm saying? The youth is, like I keep saying, it's the future. It really is the future. And, like, you might be at peace, but, like, you got to make sure they at peace. Like, this is your seed that you bringing into the world. They got to be at peace. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And the hard part about it is that's grandma to them. That's uncle. That's big cuz. You know what I'm saying? And they not going to know that right now. So, like, I look at my nephew, and he's so young and impressionable. He's just loving. He's so loving. And I just hate it because I'm like, I want you to stay this loving, but I want you to start paying attention now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But now he in middle school now. So he hitting that age where he's starting to see stuff. But he don't always express it to me. So I just I stay real close to his hip because I know he going to start letting stuff out like, hey, man, like, I don't know, man. Something don't seem right about this. Yeah. Because, you know, kids, they get passionate about what they don't like. What they don't agree with, they going to put it on the flow. You know what I'm saying? So he'll share that with me. And then I could be like, okay, that's what this is. But I can't just come in so hard on him right now. I want to just protect him from everything, but he got to bump his head a couple times. He got to get his heart broke by some of the closest people that he considered loved ones. You know what I'm saying? And we had to go through that. But it's like, we all got a duty. Just like we said last time. Everybody has a duty to help the next ones coming up.
Yeah.
We can't just help ourselves, bro. We got to help ourselves first to be able to help them. But we cannot just only help ourselves, bro. I don't feel like that's right.
The youth. The kids are important.
Yeah.
They are important.
Think about all the social media, all the new businesses, new inventions that's coming out. They trying to take the kids out. They going for their attention to make some money. You know what I'm saying? So if that's their goal, we got to play on that same word. We got to get these kids' attention.
Yeah.
We got to let them see us in a different way. We got to mix in what they used to seeing with some positivity. Like, yeah, I got this chain on, but I got this from working legally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta teach them like that. Like, we gotta really get down to the gritty of this, and then we gotta also recognize the backgrounds of these children. Yeah. Because we keep trying to come in and think they all come from the trenches, and everybody's not from the trenches. That's how they lost me. Right. I'm a suburb kid, and I'm loud and proud about the situation. But it was so many people that used to tell me, "Bro, you can get killed out here, bro. You can't be moving like that." Bro, like. I haven't even heard a gunshot yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? I still think gunshots and fireworks is the same sound. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But you telling me I can't go over here, can't move like this, you scaring me. You know what I'm saying? But you're not scaring me to be in the hood, bro. You scaring me you scaring me in life. Yeah. Like, even when they try to teach us how to become men, bro, they make us like hate each other or like hate men. You know what I'm saying? Like, man to man, like, you cannot take no disrespect from nobody. Yeah. You cannot like a man step on your toes. You gotta check him. You gotta any problem you gotta check a man about it. You gotta look him dead in his eyes. Like, all this different stuff they try to teach us is wild, bro.
Yeah. Well, I got something to say to that for sure. What they teach us about being a man in this culture is rooted in pride, man. Yes. It makes you feel good. Yes. It makes you feel good. Sure. What I've learned, though, and I'm going to go back to everything you were just talking about right now. What I've learned about being a man, manhood, is that it's less about pride. It's less about lifting my fists. It's less about raising my voice. And it's more about application. It's more about wisdom. It's more about what am I doing with what I have? How am I being an example? How am I leading? Right? It's more about denying myself. At the end of the day, I'm not going to lead anybody, especially my kids. Right? I'm not going to leave my kids if I'm out punching dudes in the face because they said something crazy to me, right? And how justified would I feel if I did that, right? In a second, again, feelings are fleeting. If I get angry and punch you in the face, 5 minutes later, more than likely, I'm going to ask myself, why did I just do that? Because now you hurt. Now I'm going to jail. Now I'm locked up for 10 hours. Now I got to get bailed out. So what am I sacrificing? Why am I sacrificing my freedom at the expense of a prideful moment when I really can just sit back and not let you have that moment, right? There's more power in knowing what you probably could do pridefully and just stepping back and going the other way, right? Jesus said, turn the other cheek. In fact, I'm going to give you my other cheek, right? So at the end of the day, bro, it's about really submitting yourself to denying yourself because you are nothing. I am nothing. At the end of the day, all of this physicality, all of these things, it's going to go. So what am I gaining from being mad at you? What am I gaining from punching you? What am I gaining from letting my kids see that? Why would I show my kid like, yeah, son, when somebody says this to you, punch them in the face? Oh, no, kids are impressionable. Believe that. Yes. So if they see you cussing somebody out, they see you ever seen a little baby, little toddler, walk in the room and just randomly say a cuss word? Yeah. Where'd they get that from? Yeah. They heard it somewhere, right? Why did they say it? They don't even know why they're saying it. They don't even know it's a bad thing. Yeah. But because they heard it, they consumed it, and now it's coming back out of them. That's a quick way to see, oh, yeah, what are they around? So granted, think about it. Here's a scenario. If your nephew, let's say he's never heard a cuss word in his life. Let's say he never leaves the house. And he's only ever in the house with you and your brother. He comes in the room with you and your brother, and he says the B word, right? And you like, where'd you learn that from? And then your brother like, well, I never said it around him. And you know you did it. Right. Where you hear it from? TV? Let's say you don't even have a TV in the house. Somebody lying. So it's about how we're showing up in everybody's life. It's how we're being, again, the example. We can go back to that. It's being an example. Am I leading? Am I being wise in my actions? Again, am I going to God for wisdom first? But am I actually applying what I'm actually learning in my wisdom? Am I applying my wisdom to the situation? Because at the end of the day, bro, you can gain a lot more by giving a lot less, right? You don't have to give everything every time it comes up in your face. At the end of the day, it's not worth it, right? So you're talking about the kids being impacted, you're talking about the kids being important, right? And us being able to allow them to embrace themselves. But social media in general, man, listen to this. They're getting more information than they can consume, but they're getting all of this information before they're even able to know what to do with it. Yep. And so that's what we're competing against. We're competing against not only time, but we're competing against maturity. Yeah. They're not mature enough to receive this. Bro, when I was a kid, getting on the computer was tough to do, right? It wasn't even that advanced at that time. But getting on the computer, it felt like a very, 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 very high privilege, right? It was in the den, and my dad was with my mom, and then I would have to sneak on the computer. It wasn't that accessible to me, right? Nowadays, you got babies walking in a store with iPads and knowing what to do with them. That's crazy. Yeah. And so we're battling time, because now as we get older, they get younger, and they have technology in their hands at a younger age, and so it's affecting them because now they're impressionable. Right. They're developing these personas, they're developing these ideologies before they're even able to develop their own, and now they're biting off of other people's opinions before they develop their own. Right. They have identity in this, that, and the third before they have their own, and so now they don't even know who they are. Yeah. They don't even know what they're doing in their life. They're confused. They think that, oh, man, I got to have this right now. I have to be this right now. I saw a woman the other day say what she looks for in a man is that he has to make $500,000. There's no way she grew up thinking that was a thing. Yeah. She had to have seen somebody her age successful. Oh, yeah, now I got to find a man that's that successful. Right. And then a bunch of other women see that now, oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Now they don't think anything's expected of them. So now they're looking for it to be done themselves. In the same way, kids are looking for everything to be given to them. Yeah. So when we're trying to just give them real spill and real information, bro, they're already jaded by what's real and what's not, and they're already jaded by what they're seeing. So it makes you think that you're going to have impact on them. You got to have a relationship now. You got to really be in the room. So maybe you can control the masses, but probably you can control your nephew, not in the sense where you're controlling what he's doing, but you're being that role model, that leader in his life. So that when he comes to you, like, Uncle Dev, what does this mean? You can actually give him the answer and not be afraid of spoiling his childhood. Because I would go as far as to say it's not about the information that we're telling these kids. It's about how we're telling them, right? It's about how we're learning about it. Yeah. Everything's not a bad word. I'm talking about just themes and ideologies. Everything's not a bad word. You can tell your kid about this, and they can understand it if you help them try to understand it. Yeah. If you walk with them through it, but everybody don't want to do the work. Yeah. Because it is work.
I just want us to stop trying to teach them the worst side of life, too. Like, bro, this is great stuff out here. Like, it's really great things to do, see, people to meet, all that. For sure. We just, we look at a kid, we want them to know the worst. I just don't understand that. Like, we think it builds character, but, it's already a form of character that they're already at right now. Figure out what that is and see what's missing and add to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do agree with that. You can't do it at the masses. With the masses, if you got a platform, use your platform the right way because they watching you. Yeah. Simple. But the sad part about it is a properly used platform does not get the same attention as the shade room. So it is what it is. So that's why I take what I do and I say, okay, when I make my music, I say, okay, let me pay attention. All the kids, all the young people, they listening to this type of music. They like this type of style on it. All right, let me mix in what they do and what they like to hear, and I'm about to mix in and reel in the midst of it. So now when they listen to my music, they think they just got another trap record, a little turn up, a little whatever. Since they think they going on, then they get to really listen to what I'm saying. They saying, wow, I ain't gonna lie, that was a bar. Yeah. That was this, that was that. And that's just the music side. Yep. But how I roll out my projects, how I do the content after the song, all of these things, it's all geared towards getting their attention in a quick moment where they see it. You know what I'm saying? So even like the clip that went viral, right? That clip was so powerful because it spoke as the voice of the youth for so many kids that feel like that. Like older people be not giving them that type of attention, not giving them that type of support. So it's like, we can keep talking about it, but what are we doing? Yeah. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? It's something that we could do in our household for sure, in our families and all that. That's cool. But anybody that got platforms like this right here, what are we doing with it? You know what I'm saying? So, listen, bro, I give you your flowers. Not only just you now, because you took it up a notch from the last season, man. You got a whole team here, bro. I give all y'all flowers for not only being a part, but the biggest thing was denying yourself. Because everybody else could have looked at this and say, I want to start my own podcast. Why would I help him out? Why would I do this? Why would I do that? Bro, if we do not work together, it's going to fall.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm on the grounds, bro. I'm with the youth. I see what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things that we battling within ourselves, I need to be paid to be here. I need to be this. All this stuff that the youth is missing out on because of our own selfishness.
Yeah.
It's sad and it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
So for everybody that's in this room that knows all these things that they're talented and creative at, we got to make sure we pass this down and we show them, look, we can work together. You don't got to go through the trials and tribulations of trying to start your own business, start your own brand. The ownership concept is crazy. We at the top where it's like the new conversation to meet each other is what you own at this point. Like we just think everybody.
What you doing?
Like
what you got?
Everybody works for themselves now. It's okay to work together. Literally, we're all working together.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's what I really want to commend you, your team on, bro. Like. This is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's still just the start. That's what makes the thing so beautiful. We only at season 2 for you right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is just amazing. You know, for real.
It's a God dream. You know, it's obedience, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your words for sure. I now receive everything that you just said because it's a mission.
Yeah.
It's an assignment. Like I was just saying before, this is just this is a tool, right? This podcast is everything that I need it to be right now. But the moment that it's not, I can leave it in a second. The moment that I'm not reaching it, I can leave it in a second. Because otherwise it's in vain.
Yeah.
And so for you to see the fruit, and for everybody here, you know, again, they already know, you know, how much I appreciate them. And this is a team effort. At the end of the day, being on a team is, in my opinion, it's optimal. It's what you need to be on. It's how you get the best results. Really, it's how you grow.
Yeah.
You know, being by yourself, again, we're in a selfish society, so that's just by nature the narrative right now. Own your own business. Have your LLC, which that's good. Have your LLC if you're doing something and you want to get, you know, you want to have, that's dope. I'm not knocking having a business, but having this mindset that I'm just self-made. I did it by myself. You don't have to. And not only that, but you can find somebody who's actually great in this area. I'm going to be transparent with you right now. The first season of the podcast, bro, it was just me. You know, I had Alex, and that was it. Seriously, that was it.
I seen it.
That was it, literally. You know, he shot it. We recorded. I edited it. I distributed it. Like, I did it. That was me, right? But at the end of the day, what I've learned, right? And for this is me getting over a hump in that time. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I need a team. And who can I reach out to help me facilitate this thing, right? Who's going to be optimal in these areas? Bro, all of these people in this room right now did not come from me just saying, yo, I think you'd be great for the podcast. It was natural by relationship. And that's what this podcast is about. That's what Fullcrcl is about. It's about relationship, right? It's about community. So when I say that, I don't say that just as a face value type of word. I say that as a legit lifestyle. Like, I'm all about community. I'm all about bringing somebody in. I'm all about seeing potential and be like, yo, listen, you think that you're okay in this area? It's just a hobby? Watch in 5 years how you're going to love it. And it's going to be your passion. I see it in you. I know you have it. I'm going to push you to that because, let's be real, everybody does not have anybody all the time in their life pouring into them the way that somebody probably could. Like me, for instance, for you or you to me, like there's not a lot of people in this world with somebody on their left or their right telling them how good they are at something if they just keep going, right? So for me, you validated me, and I'm going to just say this, and not even selfishly, Devin. I appreciate it. Although I appreciate it, I know, right? In the same way that I know about you in a way where I know like you're on the ground, you're really out here, bro. You're really doing work. You're really with the kids. You're really with the youth. You're really pouring into them. You're really doing a lot in the community, literally. Like your track record is unbelievable, right? You're doing the same work, and that's your field. That's your ministry. That's what you're doing, and that's where you're optimal at. And you have a team around you. You're not just doing it by yourself.
Right.
That's me right here.
Yeah.
Right? The purpose is serving. The tool is what we have in the season that we have it, right? So if this last 5 years, God bless America. We here, right? And then we out. But if this only lasts one, I'm good. We did what we had to do in the time we did it, and we impacted people we had to. But I said this a couple episodes ago. I do the podcast without the podcast, bro. I'm in rooms doing the podcast. I'm touching people without this microphone. I don't need this microphone. This don't validate me. This don't even define me. In the same way, bro, this don't define you. This conversation is important, right? What you're doing is important, but let's not get it confused with what we're doing and what we're here for, right? The purpose and the tool is two different things. The purpose is the end game. The tool is what we're doing in the process. So what I'm doing right now is probably not going to be in the end game, and I'm okay with that. I'm at peace. I'm cool, right? And I'm always be at peace, to be honest. I'm at joy. I found joy. I got joy in the Lord. That's where my joy is at. So it's everlasting. It's not going away. And so I'm here right now, and I'll be here for as long as I'm called to be. And so this conversation, bro, you're talking about, again, the youth and being a role model and again, just fighting the time that we have with these kids, man. I love this conversation about the kids because that is important, again. And this is important for them to hear that. Your purpose is not your tool. What you're doing is not the end all be all. But the moment that we identify ourselves with the things that we have with us, it's a moment we lose ourself completely. Because now you're contingent. If this was everything to me, as soon as I left, I would be drained. I'd be done. I wouldn't be satisfied because I have to be doing this all day, every day because I know this is my purpose. But no, like I said, it looks different when I get out this room, right? It continues, but it looks different. Yeah. So I'm cool with that. And I appreciate that.
No, for sure.
Definitely appreciate
you even
that.
said something that I want you to touch on for the youth, because this is something I even struggle with, but it's something that I know a lot of people even struggle with for sure is let's like cut the bull right quick.
Okay. Here we go.
To exist in this world, you need money, right?
Okay.
Let's be honest, right?
We do.
You need money, and more, and some more, and some more,
Facts.
right?
Yeah.
So when it comes down to things that you're passionate about, if you're not turning into something to make you some money, you're really wasting your time, right? What's a hobby for an adult now?
Okay.
This is things that other adults say, bro, you need to start a business. I'm talking about it's to the point now, if somebody see you clean your car out really good, bro, you might as well start cleaning out cars and stuff. Yeah. Start you a business. So how you go back to tool, purpose, everything that you're good at does not need to be a business. Facts. Right?
Facts. I agree.
But how can you blame these people when they're saying everybody knows, it's all this pressure, you need to make money, right? We need to cut right quick. All right, my bad.
Oh, we good. We could be rolling. We good.
If you want to wait, we can.
We can wait.
It's up to you.
We can wait.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Are you good? We good? We sound good? We sound good, people. We sound good. We good. Mic check. Mic check.
Feel like I got a little closer. We good?
I'm going to just give you a clap when we can find it. Cool.
All right. Cool.
Let's go.
So everybody needs money, right? And the problem is like you cannot blame people for the things that they do becoming who they are and they losing their sales. I agree. It's right. Like you really on point when you say like we got to really be in tune with that. But at the same time, bro, it's like we living in reality, bro.
What's the reality?
The reality is it's like if all I see is Cain taking pictures all day, that's how you make his money. Oh, you talking about the photographer, dude? Yeah, you talking about the photographer, right? So just like in any other family, when they see you doing something, they gonna call on you for that same thing, right?
Facts.
Anybody else, just us as people. But I agree. Since I'm in the field, I get it. I try to find out who people really are, not for what they do, But it's a big challenge because a lot of people don't know who they are because they're chasing the bag. Yeah. Which is technically wrong, right? In the Christian world.
Where you going with that?
In the Christian world, this is wrong, right?
Unpack it. Before I respond, unpack it.
All right, sorry. All right. Yeah. In the Christian world, this is wrong to chase the bag. But we live in reality, if you don't have the bag, you're nothing. So that whole girl that said $500,000 to make a year demand stuff, she not the only one feeling that way. Okay. That $500,000 might be $100,000 for somebody else, 80, 60, whatever somebody expectations is for whoever they want to date. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? But us as men, when you hear protect and provide, what does that tell you? Protect me, get you a and if somebody disrespects you, right? And if when it comes to providing, have you some and if it's legal, that's cool. But if you need to go get some illegal money to stay up with the times for your lifestyle that you want, get that. So that's what I'm saying that to say, like, this is the standard for a lot of people in our community with the reality that we existing in. So how do we go back into these schools to change the middle school mindset to tell you, nah, if you want to make some money, do it this way, do it that way, do it. We got all these legal ideas. We got all these ideas that take a very long time. But if us, that's the ones that's creating, like how you doing this right now, season 2, you have to be able to speak out and let people know how long this process really takes, what the grind really look like, really show it. We cannot. What I'm basically trying to say, you might have to lose yourself while you on the grind to get to what you need. That's all I'm trying to say. As bad as it might sound,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
It's almost like selling out for money, you know what I'm saying? But the real truth is, do you really have an option when the reality that we live in, they expect you to have that money? Everything costs.
Okay. True. Everything costs. True. A lot of people are chasing the bag. True. People are fixated on money. True. In this economy, money is important. But false. We have to chase the bag because we don't.
I agree.
Right? And I wanna.
But tell me how we can't.
Let me. Hold on. Give me like 1 minute. Okay. Hold on.
Time is money, brother.
Hold on. Just give me a minute. I'm about to find a verse for you because I got you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna elaborate on it.
I like how you stay in that word, though. That's
Bible.
That's right.
Let's go.
He said, get that and do that.
Straight like that. You said what?
Elaborate real quick. Elaborate on the money thing while I'm doing this.
Yeah. If you don't have money, bro, like you know how much respect and like let's be honest, as men, a lot of men are living to impress other men. Now that might not, of course that's not right, you feel what I'm saying? But we just know what's going on. Nobody wants to be the joke of the room that don't make a lot of money. Nobody want to be the one that can't go out of town or take that girl out of town or all these different things that you experience, bro. Nobody want to be that guy. So everybody gonna try their hardest not to be that guy at the expense of anybody else. And that's the problem. We start to like say forget. Like we start getting like, how do I say it? Like it's in a way, it's like we willing to do some very nasty things to make some money. And that's sick. It's sick. It's sick, but if you really think about the top of the line businesses, they really all doing the same thing. All these corporate businesses, they all doing the same thing. They're not robbing you for your money, but they really convincing you that you need what I'm selling.
Yeah.
So I look at a lot of business owners, I say, I like what we do. We talking about ownership, we talking about owning stuff, pushing stuff out, but we got to start really talking to like the young people and saying like, the real side, like to become a billionaire, you gotta be a little sick. You gotta be willing to
sacrifice some things.
Get in the head of people and convince them that they might need something that's not good for their body, their mind, their soul, their family, anything.
Deceive people.
And that's wrong. But this is how you be able to feed your own family. So when they tell men to go protect and provide, that's what I'm saying. As a man, every man got to bring in the cash to protect their household, all that stuff. You're going to have people saying, okay, I'm willing to do that at the expense of Cain podcast. I'm willing to do that. So little old Cain, so excited to have his own podcast idea and all of that. And I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm about to build a system where the only way Cain can release his podcast is through this system. This is going to be the app. So you and anybody else that has a bright idea to start a podcast, y'all got to go through me and pay me however much monthly. Yeah. Which Cain on the lower level going to say, well, it's only $20 a month. I'm getting this, I'm getting this, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. When you're willing to pay it. But you one and a million other people that's going to pay the same thing for me to be able to sit at home and chill off an app that I made to protect and feed my family.
Okay. All right. Let's rewind a little bit. Okay, found a verse. Don't chase a bag. I'm gonna get back to what you were saying, but don't chase a bag, right? You don't have to. Okay, I'm in Philippians 4:11. verses 11 through 13. Right? Watch this. Not that I speak from what I want, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstances I am. Right? I know how to get along with humble means, and I also know how to live in prosperity. Meaning I know how to live with nothing, and I know how to live with everything. Okay? Follow me. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of being filled and going hungry, both of having abundance and suffering need. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Okay. That's Paul talking, right? He's saying, listen, I know how to live with everything and nothing. Okay. I know what it's like to be hungry and fulfilled at the same time. Right. Nevertheless, I can still do all things through him that strengthens me, meaning that his dependency is on Jesus, right? So you're talking about chasing the bag. I'm giving you my response. I don't care about the other response. I don't care about the generality. I don't care about what the culture is going. I don't care about none of that stuff. I'm giving you my response. Chasing the bag is cool. And like I said earlier, feelings are fleeting. I want to get rich, so I'm going to chase the bag. But when I get rich, what's going to happen? I'm going to want more money. What does that tell me? Money doesn't satisfy me. Money's not even going to fulfill my hunger, right? I need something that's going to sustain me. I need something that's going to keep me good, right? Being happy, you can be unhappy. But being joyful. You ever heard of somebody saying they're unjoyful? I don't think so. Yeah, you never heard that before. Don't lie and say you have, because you have.
I had to think about that. Like,
okay, yeah, because it's everlasting, right? In the same way, if I'm going through my life, okay, and I'm talking about making money, bro, my whole goal with the podcast is not even to make money. That's not my goal. Sure, it can be a byproduct eventually, and God bless it. I hope it happens. Maybe if it doesn't, oh well, right? But again, my purpose is bigger than that. It's not about the money. So that's me knowing that even in this situation, even though I know that what I'm doing is profitable, I know what it's like to not and to have at the same time. Therefore, I know where my dependency lies. Because although I've been hungry and although I've been full, I know that my fullness and my hunger was never contingent on what I didn't have spiritually. I know that my strength, I'm sorry, not my strength, but my want, my need, my actual life is dependent on my faith. So if I know that, then I know Jesus is the only one who can give me the things that I need, right? Again, being full, being empty. What's filling you, what's draining you, right? If he's filling me up, nothing can drain me because he is the living life. He is the living water. He is the bread of life. I'm sorry, I said living life. I meant living water. He's the living water and he's the bread of life. So if that is true, then I'm content in all circumstances. I don't need to chase a bag. In fact, you can chase a bag. You can be my best friend. You can make $1 million. I won't want it. I don't care about that. Right. You can have a penthouse. You can have a car, right? You can retire at 25 while I'm working a 9 to 5. That's not going to shake me. Because I know, again, that no matter where I'm at, because I know where I've been, that's not going to affect where I'm going. You understand what I'm saying? So all this chasing a bag talk, it's cool. Like I said, it sounds amazing. And once upon a time, bro, I would romanticize the idea of, man, one day I'm going to be rich, right? I was talking to KP at work the other day. I was telling him, I'm like, man, listen, I was sitting here and I was just thinking, like, I'm here for something. I have a purpose. I literally have a purpose. I'm looking at everybody around me and they're just living their life. And I'm not saying this negatively. I'm just saying that there's something on me that only I can feel and only I can process and I'm only experiencing. It's to the effect of walking past or meeting somebody that you impacted you and you're like, man, what is it about that person? There's something going on right now in me where I know for a fact, bro, I am here for a reason outside of my understanding. And so we're going back to that contentment. What's filling me up, what's draining me. What drains me is giving my time away at the expense of my purpose. If you're not adding to my life, I don't want anything to do with you. And I'm not saying that like harshly or like I'm better than you. No, I'm saying it to say if there's no benefit and not even on a professional, creative, anything, just on a personal level, if we do not align, Why am I hanging around you? You know.
Yo, if you like what you're listening to and you want more, come join the Fullcrcl community. Link is in the bio. I'm there, team's there. We kick it, we have fun, we have conversation. And overall, we just hang out. If you want to be around like-minded people in the community, then do what's best for you. Join the community. I'll see you there.
I'm not going where everybody else is in hopes that I get their attention or in hopes that I'm doing what they're doing. No. When you have an anointing and when you have a purpose in your life, people come to you. People surround you. People come to you. People come back every week. People come back to that same spot in the break room where you sit. Like, man, there's something about Devin that I just gotta ask him this question, man. Because every time I talk to him, he's just so insightful and thoughtful, and the way he carries himself, man. Like, I see everybody else over here partying and having fun and doing all of this, but and wasting time today. But Devin, man, he said something to me the other day that impacted me, and I want to learn more about it. I want to sit with him a little bit. I think that it makes me feel good. I think I want to learn more. I want to be just like him in that space. I want to be clear-minded like him. I want to have the peace that he has. There's something about him. He's just so at peace. When you have an impact, people gravitate towards you. It's not your responsibility to go to them unless you're called. But you have to be clear about, again, what fills you up and what drains you. You have to be clear about where you're going and why you're going. You can't just be in the in crowd because you want to be a part of the crowd. That's dangerous. I'm at a point in my life now where, bro, it's like, everything you would have said, if you would have said that last year, I'd probably been like, yeah, man, actually chasing the bag, man. We got to chase the bag, right? We got to chase the bag. This is the culture we in, you know what I mean? We got to make sure we good. We got to make sure we provide. Mm-hmm. But the way I understand providing isn't just money. It's providing vision. It's helping. It's helping your wife, right? Or your friend or your son or your daughter. It's helping them and aiding them in their vision. Bro, when I become a husband, my job is to provide, is to lead, right? But what that looks like is not always monetary. Dad, I have a math problem that I don't know. Can you help me with it? Yeah, son, what's going on? What you got? Boom, boom, boom. We fix it, right? Dad, I was thinking, I like that car. I think I want to be an engineer. Well, how you gonna make that happen, son? What steps do you want to take? Do you want to go to the auto show? Do you like this car? What's this car? It's me helping him realize if that's what he wants, I'm pushing him toward it. That's what being a provider is all about. I'm providing vision. If I don't have vision, my whole house falls behind me. So at the end of the day, again, we're going back. What's filling me up? What's draining me? Am I being filled up spiritually? Or am I being filled up by the superficial things that don't last that long anyway? Because if I fill myself up with things that don't last long, then how I feel won't last long. And that's a problem. Because now I'm a ticking time bomb. Mm-hmm. But if I fill myself up with God, if I go to the Lord, and all of my transgressions, and if I go to him with everything that I'm dealing with, then I know that he's the only one that can sustain me. Again, he's the bread of life. He's the living water. I want to drink from that well. Yeah. Then I know that I'll never fall. If he is for me, then who is against me? So, to respond and to answer your question, yeah, chasing the bag is cool, but chasing God is a lot cooler. And that's just where I stand on it.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah.
You remember I told you like last time, like certain questions, they not for me. I speak for the people that can't sit in this seat and get some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So you touching on that and the way you touched on it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like I told you, I'd be more in like reality. I'd be like, man, find a way to chase that bag still too. Like I'd be like having that little, find a way just a little bit, not too much where you lose yourself, but not, you know what I'm saying? But like the way you placed it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like you placed it in a way where
praise God,
they understand that. You know what I'm saying? Glory to God. My bad, I got you. So yeah, but no. So like even to go into like how you are now. So like as far as how I am now, how I actually carry myself and how I move, and as far as the provide and the man stuff, mine more is like what you touched on as far as like that form of vision, and leadership over your household.
Yes,
you dig what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing what, like, it's just me and my girl right now and the dog, but the dog is the dog. But
don't do that to the dog, man. The dog need more respect and love than that, man. We
love dogs.
We love dogs at Fullcrcl, yo. I don't know what type of time he's on right now, but we are dog advocates. Take that back.
Okay, I take that back.
What's the dog's name?
The dog's name is Cash.
Okay, Cash. Say Cash.
Cash.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so Cash, he's his own guy in the house, all right? So I can't lead him. His vision is a lot different than mine. But with my lady, you know what I'm saying, I pay attention to, like, just the different things that bother her. Just paying attention because like we still young, you know what I'm saying? So I pay close attention, but the real key thing is having a sense of where we going.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the driver's seat, but you got to be in the passenger seat with me. You're not in the back seat just watching me. I need you up here with me because we in this together. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I be having her watch over my shoulders, peeping different things out that I go through as well too, like especially different people around me. Like I always have problems with different friends and how like
Let's go there.
the boundary line, right? It'd
Go
be
there.
hard because like so me and you knew each other since we was 7.
Yeah.
Our boundaries at 10, 13.
Yep.
15,
Yep.
18, 23.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna keep changing. You know what I'm saying? Like we not at the same. Like we used to be able to say your mama jokes. We going to war. You say something about my mama. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it
It's a
just
different
things
feel.
just change.
It's
You know what I'm
different
saying?
territory, yeah.
So it's like I feel like a lot of my friends that I've been cool with for so long,
Right.
even family, they know little Dev or they know middle school Dev. I'm not that guy no more. You know what I'm
Unpack it,
saying?
bro.
I'm not that guy.
I know
no
you want to
more.
go there.
Yeah,
Go there.
I'm not that guy.
Go
bro.
there.
I'm not that guy that we can just call. I'm be honest with you. I really don't even like talking about nothing. Like I really don't like calling on the phone and not talking about nothing. Like, and that might be like
You just like sit on the phone.
I just don't like being on the phone not talking about nothing in life. Like, like let everything make sense. Like I just don't want to talk around about nothing. Like I literally just don't want to call and just be on the phone talking about Kyrie and LeBron all day. Like, that's cool. Let's talk about something that actually matter. Like what you got up for the day. And if you have nothing going, like if you're always available, always accessible, I really kind of don't even want you in my circle.
That's a word.
Like I want to be able to call you and you be like, I'm busy.
Say that again.
What?
Say that again.
Like
If you always say that again.
if you
available?
always
Yeah.
accessible and available, I kind of don't want you around me. Like,
Wow.
because you're not going to understand my life. I got some people that call me, bro, I called you. You ain't answer. Bro, you don't work too? Like, you don't have nothing going on as
There's
well?
nothing on the agenda?
you know
Like,
how,
what's going on?
I call people and I be like,
Yeah.
oh, he must be working. You know what I'm saying? Or he must be. I always got an idea of what somebody could be doing.
Yeah.
I got it now where if I got your location, I check your location before I even call you. If you're not home, I'm not even going to call you. I assume that you're doing something in life, as you should. You know what I'm saying? And if I call you at home, you probably sleep. You deserve a rest. You feel what I'm saying? But like people that just take things personal, that you don't answer the phone, that you're not as accessible as them,
Yeah.
it's probably because you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like you're not doing nothing in
it's
life.
a projection of their insecurity.
I call them finished people. I mean, I don't know if you could
I don't do that. That's
okay,
why
call them
I would
finished.
never do that. No,
But
Devin.
like,
No,
I
Devin.
call
I
people
wouldn't do that.
finish and pack them up, you know, all that type of stuff because I feel like certain people are just literally living their lives
They are.
for
yeah.
nothing.
But Devin, check it out. If they're not, okay, let's
Not
just say,
what?
well, look, if they're okay, I'm not. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
If they're in comparison to you, if they're living their life opposite, or if they're living their life just floating, like just cruising, right?
Yeah.
And again, they don't have any emotion. They just, you know,
no motion. It's bad.
I would agree with you in the sense where it's like, okay, listen, you don't got nothing going on for yourself. Why am I on the phone with you? I don't want to be around you. That's cool. I'm gonna keep saying that. That's cool. It sounds great, feels great. You might be justified in it. But what did I say in the beginning of the podcast? Most things are rooted in what? Pride. So that's wait, let me finish because you got me there and I'm about to go there. Okay?
Yeah, I'm about to go there back too. So go ahead, get yours off.
But check it out though. Check it out. If they're cruising and if they're going in life, you know, however they may go, it's okay and you can be self-righteous, not self-righteous. You can be validated essentially by not having anything to do with them anymore. And it's fair for you to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, I don't think that it's beneficial or productive to have the mindset toward that person that they're finished, as if to say, man, they'll never be anything. I mean, they just.
Oh, no. That ain't what I mean.
So you got to be careful with what you say and how
that
you
is
say
what
it.
finish me, but that ain't what I mean.
All right,
You feel me?
clarify.
No, for sure. No, that ain't what I mean. When I say pack them up, these is little sayings. We finish, da.
No.
But they actually mean things. So
yeah,
you're right.
words
have
mean
meaning,
something.
Words
You
have
gotta
meaning
say
for
it,
sure.
bro. Yeah.
But like when I say it, I got my own meaning to it.
All
but
right.
I know the real meaning.
All right,
but
tell me
when
the
I
meaning.
actually really say like people finish, pack them up, stuff like that, it just mean like this season that I'm in, you can't be a part of.
That's fair.
That's just
Say that.
until you got
Say that.
until you start your own season in life where you're actually in motion. You kind of don't really like. We just can't connect, bro. It's not gonna work. Literally, it's not gonna work.
But do we always have to have something in motion?
Yes,
Why?
you have to be in motion.
Why? In what way?
See, motion to me is actually getting up every day and doing something,
Okay.
living for something.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all you got to at
That's
least
it,
do
huh?
because you're going to experience things and you're going to learn and grow. It might not be
Okay.
at the capacity
You're right,
as the
you're
next
right,
man,
you're right.
but you're going to be growing.
You're right.
I just do not understand somebody I can call and they sit in the same place the whole, like what you do today.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
You did nothing yesterday and the day before
Hmm.
and the day before. This is not okay.
Yeah.
What's your plan? Not that you have to
Where you going?
have a plan, but what are you doing to get to a plan?
Would you, in that position, would you help somebody?
No, it's only so far you can help.
So you're speaking from a standpoint of I've tried.
Yeah,
and so
no.
therefore I'm done.
Yeah, I would try to help for sure. If you my friend. Now, if
Okay.
you somebody that I meet you and you're finished, I'm not gonna go into trying to
Stop
have.
saying that,
I mean,
Dan.
like, all
Stop saying that.
right, my bad. I'm saying if I go in, I meet you and you're not quite there yet
Okay.
at the starting line.
Yeah, that's good.
To
That's good.
start, I probably won't be right next to you.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
I dig it.
But like, if you end up having your moment where you out of it, out of commission, it's just how long is that moment gonna last? I'm trying to tell you the reason why I say this though, Cain.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Enough of the jokes that I'm on right now, right? There's a certain energy that people give off when they're not doing nothing.
100%.
And I cannot deal with it, bro.
I feel
like
it.
I done had people tell me like, you don't feel like you're working a little too much? And I'm like, I might have to move away from you. You ever see Juice me? What do you mean by that? That kind of messed me up. Like, what do you
mean by that?
Like, you.
That's hilarious.
Like, I don't know if this stemming from you not working, so you just look at me as overworking because
Yeah.
overworking is subjective.
Right.
It just
Very
depends
much.
on what you think.
Very much.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when they said it kind of threw me off, and it was like, eh. But another energy thing I get is like, you call somebody how you doing, like how you doing. You know, when I ask people how they doing, I sometimes just want to hear good. I'm not gonna lie, it might be wrong because why did you ask the question? But like they be like, man. And it'd be the same thing something they told me the last time I asked them how they doing. Things that can actually be changed. Like, what are you doing to change the things that's bothering you?
Does that make you mad?
Yes, it really does.
I can tell.
It makes me mad at myself too, though, because I put myself in a position to re-ask you the same question, knowing I'm about to get the same answer. So yeah,
Let me offer this. And now I want to actually dive into how you even started, because you brought a family first and you went to this, right? I would offer encouragement in this area, right? Because you said you were starting going to church, man, and I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you, right? But I think a big part, and let's just not even talking about church. Let's just talk about being in faith, right? Having faith. I think what's important, obviously, is having grace. I'm not saying being passive. Obviously, being being active and trying to again lead the example and offer alternative. But pray for him, bro.
yeah, I do that.
Keep praying for him without ceasing.
You're right. There you go. The keep
Without
was there.
ceasing.
Yeah.
Right? Because I meet people, not even joking, at least 5 days out of the week, I'm meeting on average a day, at least 80, 90 people. I would even go as far as say 100, right? I come across so many different people with so many different types of energy and so many different types of things that are just on them, right? That I'm discerning. And I pray for them. I don't even know them. In the spirit, like I just pray while I'm talking to them. I pray because 1, I don't know what they might be going through. 2, I don't know what they're dealing with. And 3, just like me, when I was in this season, when I was down and nobody was with me and everybody was talking about me and everybody was against me and like, yo, why are you still feeling like this 2 months later? Now I have the opportunity to be the person that I needed at that time. And so I think for me, again, and for you, just me offering encouragement as your brother, I would say it's okay to feel a type of way about it. But I would even also say, like, really, it's not your right to be mad that somebody else is not in a position that they can be in.
That's what I'm at myself.
It's
And
not
put myself in a position where I even got to experience your type of energy.
But you're going to. And so you have to be equipped and be available.
What do you mean by available, though? What do you mean by that?
Don't look at me like
Because you
that.
said I have to be available. What do
You
mean?
have to be, because what I mean by that, I'm not saying be available to just receive everything, right? In terms of taking everything that everybody's give you. I'm saying being available, discerning that this is an opportunity and a moment for me to plant something or to pray for this person.
I
to
just
help
pray.
this
I
person.
just pray. I just feel like praying
Well,
is
you
just
just keep-
easier because
keep
you just
doing
give it to God.
You
I
have
just
to.
got to keep praying. That'd be my thing,
Yeah,
though.
keep
Like,
going.
just keep praying. I agree. I'm with you. I just don't want us to get in the habit of trying to pour into people where the cup is empty.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
a random person
Facts.
you don't know, so respect.
Facts.
I
Yeah.
just kind of won't jump into that fire because I'm bruised by it. That's why I told you, like, if I meet you and you're not really on nothing, I probably wouldn't even try to establish anything. But for the people I have real relationships where I know their families,
Yeah.
I'd be really having to say, I just can't do it right now.
What you want to know why you feel that way? The real root of that, and what I'm sensing, is that you want the best for them.
Yes, it hurt.
Okay. So if you want the best for them, and don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. They're not a lost cause. Devin, what if I looked at you like you was a lost
For
cause
sure.
because you had 4 bad months?
No, see, Cain.
No. What if? You're not. You're
No,
human.
for sure. Listen, I just want you to understand, though.
Okay.
Because you making me feel like I'm heartless. I'm not heartless.
not
I don't give up so easy. I be giving a chance.
Okay, I'm sorry. I am making you sound like a
4
bad guy.
months,
I'm
I
sorry.
be giving them like a lot of time. Like, it's like
Hey.
I can take it from the youth, right?
Uh-huh.
Because they make certain decisions and you got to be able to say like, okay, they young, they still trying.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to our ages, bro, that we at, and I know we not grown, but we grown enough
Yeah.
to not make certain decisions.
Okay.
I'm not going to say no names or no situations because it's going to start being names
Yeah.
attached to them because it's easy to spark
Yeah.
out what people are doing. But Cain, there's some people out here that's not doing nothing.
Right.
They're choosing to not do nothing
Right.
by choice.
Okay.
And not only the things that they do choose
Yeah.
aren't good for them. And they know it. Not like on some, they might not know that smoking every day is not good for them. They know it. The ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They know it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you know that, what can you know good for me then?
Say that one more time.
I want people that have the best interest. But you gotta have the best interest for yourself to have the best interest for me. I don't want nobody around me that don't got the best interest for themselves or for me. It has to start with themselves, right? Would you agree?
It does. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So for me to be in your life, bro, I want to be able to add to you. But I can't pour into nothing that's going to take from me. I'm not doing that. I'll do that for the youth, though. I'm willing to sacrifice and do everything for the young.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But for our age
Your
group,
heart's gonna change on that, Devin.
so I know it will.
It's gonna
Because my heart
change.
changed to old people and I'm here again. So
Yeah, you are.
I know it will. I know it will. But this
Okay.
is where I'm at now.
Okay.
I pour it out. I'll let you know where I'm at right now.
Facts.
I
All right.
believe it's right, but of course I am. Because I believe what I said last year was right.
So what does that tell you, Devin? What does that say?
I always believe I'm just loud. Like, I'm just loud
Yeah.
and ignorant. I'm cool with that.
I
And
respect
what I mean
it.
by ignorant, though, what I mean by ignorant is
I know
not
what
to
you
say
mean.
like I'm just like clueless. I have a point as to everything I say. I don't just speak like the ignorant way, like just saying
Facts.
random
I
dumb
got
stuff
you.
that's spewing out
Perceptionally.
hate and stuff like that. No,
Perceptionally.
I'm just saying to a lot of other people, it's like
Yeah.
when you try to get me to explain, I can explain.
Yeah.
It might not be strong enough for you to be like, I get where you coming from, but this where I'm at and this what I stand on it. You know what I'm saying?
I respect
And
it.
eventually I'm gonna grow out of that. But where
respect
I'm at
it.
right now, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
If you finish, you can't be around me.
I'm gonna say this. All right, Devin. We're gonna work on that finish
My
word.
bad.
We
I
did.
said, my
We're
bad.
gonna work on
My
that.
bad. My bad.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go back to the family thing. 2 things for me, right? If I know God's mercies are new every morning, mine should be 2. 1, 2. You should have the leave 99 to go get the 1 mentality. That's what Jesus did. He went to leave 99, went to go get the 1. So in your mind, you should think about this person that's struggling maybe forever. Maybe they've been doing it for a very long time, right? And maybe they've been making these bad decisions cognitively for a very long time. Granted, it's their own fault. I get it. I understand that. But you shouldn't lose hope. You shouldn't lose love. You shouldn't lose grace because you're human too. You can have that season. Now wait.
There you go. That was good. You did good. That
Thank
was
you, brother.
good.
Appreciate it.
I see what you said. Don't lose. That was good. That was
Don't
good.
lose. Thank you. I'm
It was
saying.
just hope, love, and grace. That was good.
Yes, because that's important. It's vital. But that's it. I just want to end there, right? Okay, cool. Boom. Go back to the family thing, right? You started with the families. I want to dive into that a little bit. I know we got like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. But I want you to dive into the family thing because I want to unpack that just a little bit before we get out
Which
of
part
here.
of the family? Because I got a lot of family. So, you know.
You know where I want to go.
I'm my dad, right?
No.
Say we back on my dad?
No,
I got
we're
a
not
lot.
back there. No, we're
all
not
right,
back there.
All right. Which one? Okay. I think I know where you want me to go with this.
You do. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the pressure of my family. You want me to go there?
Just dive into
I'll
it,
take
bro.
it there. All right.
Just
So,
dive into it.
I mean, I say this. So one of the big problems for me. I'm sure you do the same thing because we both the youngest.
Yeah.
All that similar stuff. So
Yeah.
being the youngest, and not only we the youngest, it's like I'm sure you felt this pressure that we're like the one.
Yeah.
Like we're the one for our family. Like we gonna do it. Like
Yeah.
he the one.
Yeah.
He gonna be the one that get us out of here. Da, 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 da.
Yes.
That pressure, and I got a lot of times I got overlooked as a kid, bro, because my grades was good.
Yep.
My behavior was fair. I want to say fair.
Yeah, that's a little modest, but yeah, for sure. You got it.
That behavior was fair. So I would get overlooked a lot because I wasn't doing the worst of worst.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I would do certain things. I had a real long era, bro, where I was like really trying to be super duper tough. Luckily, it happened when I was younger where you fight, you're not going to get actual
Yeah, right.
charges and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But I had an era when I was about like, I say around like 10 to like 12, 13. I was like fighting a lot. Like I don't know what I thought I was. You feel what I'm saying? But it was getting me so much attention from my family. Like it was like they were finally seeing me. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where now I realized that moment is like, okay, when you work, when you just loyal to your girl, when you just don't do this, don't do that, you just get overlooked, bro. Like no, like it's like people just expect good out of you. Like okay, but the moment you do something that they feel like is like a little left turn, and the something might be just speaking out. This right here is the thing that actually changes the room and the family. Like they start feeling some type of way, especially for your case. Sure, you on here like. You push out a lot of stuff that a lot of people might disagree with, and they might just disagree because you're speaking about how you feel as young.
Yeah.
They didn't really give us that space to have a voice, so it's like we kicking the door down as we saying, "No, I'm here and I'm speaking."
Facts.
And if I'm not here and I'm not accepted here, I just won't be here.
Yeah, facts.
So I think that's like something that I want everybody to kind of hear, because it's like when you the one, it's like you so celebrated.
Yeah.
But there's always people in the family, and there's always some people that just can hit that little, hit that chest of yours that can say certain comments that get you right under your skin and say, "Oh yeah, you ain't all that now.
Yeah.
You still this, you still that." So I think that'd be what I wanted to.
Well, yeah, your family can make you small. They had the power to make you small. Because again, even going back to the, you say we were the youngest. We are the youngest. I was telling my fiance this other day. I was telling her, I was like, listen, babe, my family are really the only people that know how to really get me back into like little Justin. Like I go around them and I'm the youngest again, right? All of this work, all of this maturity, all of this life I've lived thus far, all goes out the window the moment that my sister says something smart to me, or my dad looks at me crazy, or my mom says, or Justin, why aren't you doing like? Everything goes out of the window. And so I think even with the pressure added on to being the one who's going to, I used to buy into it, and that's where a lot of my ego came from. You know what I mean? I just like, my family looks at me like I'm going to be the one to make it to the NFL and I'm going to be the successful one. And then I stopped playing football and now I'm podcaster and a photographer and I'm successful in that as well. But I've been to places, been to spaces that my family has never been, met people that my family probably will never and have never met, right? And just, I know a lot of people, right? Types of people that my family have never met. And so what I'm saying is like when you are in that position of being the one who's going to change everything, right? You're also in a unique position because now you have a perception of the world, life, people that your family does not have. And so that's why every time you go back home, they're meeting you where you used to be. Now where you are now because they're not even on that journey with you, especially being the youngest. You're the youngest, right? So although you're loved and you're beloved, it's still, unfortunately, a sad reality that they're going to look at you like you're not enough. Like you're not, I don't want to say respectable because they're not disrespecting us, but it's just like they're not considering all of the maturity, the life, the work that we've put on and the things that we've endured.
They don't see the work.
They don't see the work, and so they won't understand it. And I mean, man, listen.
And some don't have the work similar to their own life. That's why I was saying I can't really be around you if you're not doing nothing because you don't even have a translation for yourself for you to understand me a little bit.
You don't even understand my language, so why are you trying to correct me? Yeah.
We get really indirect there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make that a clip, so I can send that directly to every family member that do that.
You gonna get me in trouble,
because like they try to correct us so much. I'm talking about all the way down to the T.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, bro.
Like they know, like, hey, Justin, I got my friend. He's been in the radio business for 20 years. And little do she know, I've reached more people than his radio business. I'm not even saying that to be cocky.
Sure.
I'm just saying to say that that's the reality of the climate that we're in. And it's like, you don't say that to your family because you don't want to seem like that guy.
Yes.
But when they push you to that point, like, you need this person because they're tenured and they've been here.
Yeah.
Mama, this culture that we in, I don't need a degree for this.
Yeah, they don't get it.
If it's in me, it's in me. He got paper, I got purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference. So at the end of the day, yeah, man, I think that that's the road that we're gonna have to travel on, and it's okay because we got to be okay with that.
Yeah.
And we also have to accept what comes with it, right?
Yes.
Like I said, we have to be okay, and I'm not saying being passive, but why I said earlier, it's at the expense of what that you're having this expectation and you're being let down by your family not understanding what you're doing. I'm not giving up my peace because my mom or my dad don't want to understand why I'm doing this or doing that, or why I didn't go do this, why I didn't book that shoe, but I like doing it for fun. Like, I'm not going to explain myself every time I walk into the room. Your parents are going to always feel like they know what's best for you at a certain point because they used to when they could control your environment. But now that you stepped outside of the environment that they've controlled, once you step back in it, that's why you feel small, because now you're in that space where you have only a memory of being controlled. Mm-hmm. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't expect something new to come into something old and stand out when everybody has never left that oldness. It's just not going to happen. It's never going to work. So,
hey, man, you just went crazy on that. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah, that's God, bro.
Man, that was good. That was good, bro.
Well, I think that was good. I think that was good. I'm glad that you didn't. Your agenda was kind of clear. I'm happy that we kind of.
I'm chilling today.
You kept it good, bro. Because last time you
Yeah, I was.
You took me there. I ain't like that.
Like
I liked it, but I ain't like that.
Church hurt, dad hurt. I was going through a lot last time.
I was hurt from that hurt. And it still hurt.
Hey, you pushed through that though. You got
for
through.
sure.
You got through, man, for sure.
But no, man, I definitely appreciate you coming back. Like I said, you coming back because this is an important conversation.
Yeah.
And I know and I knew that you were just gonna bring things out of me that people just can't sometimes. And that's good because now I'm able to speak.
Yeah.
Right. Do what I'm here to do. And you as well, man. You have a good point, and you have good perspective, right? But you also have a heart that is very clear in what you say and how you say it. You stand on what you say, even if it's not accepted by the person who's receiving it, which is a bold thing. Mm-hmm. But it just shows that you're not folding and you're not succumbing to somebody else's perception of how you should have came at it. Like, no, this is where I'm at. So meet me. Yeah. That's what I think the expectation should be. We should meet people where they're at and stop expecting them to be a certain area.
Yes. Even though I do that.
Talking to you, Dev. Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm
even though I
talking
do
to you.
that, yes.
Yeah.
Even though I do that, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I kept saying, like, this is where I'm at right now.
Facts.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, like, I appreciate you, man. I know if you want to say anything before I wrap it up, say my last remarks, do you want to say anything?
Great season, again.
It is. It has been a great season. Yeah.
Can't give you flowers enough, man. You killing it. You and your whole team, y'all doing your thing. And I just hope everybody just keep that passion and realize the purpose on why they here. That's it.
Facts. Well, I want to take this time. I appreciate you, bro. Again, thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing yourself. Thank you for sharing your mind. And thank you for collaborating with me, bro. This is important. This is special. But I want to take this moment to not only, thank you, but, thank my team. I want to thank Alex. I want to thank PJ. I want to thank KP. I want to thank Rachel. I want to thank Nicole. I want to thank my beautiful fiance, Kayla. I want to thank Gabby. Everybody here, I'm so thankful for all of your efforts, all of your support, and everything that you guys have put into the Fullcrcl team. This isn't the end, obviously. It's just the season, but I'm just so blessed, and I'm so thankful that this even happened, bro. When we were at last season, we were talking about this. And to even have a space, to have an environment, to have the room to share myself and to share, because there's a lot that happens on the podcast, y'all, but y'all don't see what happens off. So it's a lot of shift and a lot of impact that happens off the mic that I'm so grateful for. And I love everybody here. And I just want everybody to know that I do appreciate everybody individually in every way possible. And I appreciate the listeners. Thank y'all. This has been an amazing season. I mean, truly life-changing. My life outside of it has changed from this. So we're going to continue to do this. We're going to continue to make an impact. We're going to continue to have the important conversations. We're not going to stop. Like I said, this is the tool for the purpose, and you guys are going to see it fully realized nonstop. So thank you again for listening. Thank you for watching. I love you all. God bless. Godspeed. Season 2, season finale, man. We out.
We out.
Yeah.